All right, well, welcome back to the iWealth podcast, and I got two parents that are playing the age game as they're bumping up against retirement here.
Well, everybody's playing the age game. I mean, look at the baby boomers that are out there. But, yeah.
But the question is, what are all of these numbers? 61s, 72. Like, what are they keep talking about these? I don't really understand.
Yeah. It's confusing and it's getting worse.
Okay.
And here's why. The government just changed some rules again. In fact, I don't have all the rules in front of me to even sit here and articulate them. We'll do that in another episode. But I think what you're alluding to is 59 and a half.
Okay.
So that's one number. It's been there for a long time. That number has not changed. And what that means is that if you're going along putting money in your 401k or an IRA or a simple IRA or some retirement vehicle that you have not paid taxes on yet, when you retire, you'll start to pull that out and then you got to pay taxes on it. Well, the government says you can't touch that until you're 59 and a half. So if you're 48 years old and you've got $100,000 in your IRA, you can't pull it out without paying 10% penalty. You always have to pay taxes on it because you haven't paid taxes yet, but you can't pull it out without the 10% penalty. So that's the 59 and a half. But I'm going to throw a wrench in there. There's another age called 55, and here's what that says. If you're working at an employer, so take 3M, for instance. You're at 3M, you're employed there, and you're 57 years old, and you have a 401k, and you have $500,000 in it, and you leave there, and you go somewhere else to work. The money that's in your 401k, if you pull it directly from the 401k and put it in your bank account, you got to pay taxes on it like always.
Yeah.
But you don't have to pay the 10% penalty. So you have this gap between 55 and 59 and a half where you can escape the 10% penalty if and only if it's coming directly from your 401k to you. If that person at 57 leaves and goes to another employer and moves all their money to another employer and then wants to pull it out, they can't. They're going to pay a 10% penalty. So there's a little bit of caveat in there. So it's the magic age between 55 and 59 and a half that we always talk about at iWealth with our team. So those are 55, 59. Here's another one. So it used to be 59 and a half and 70 and a half. And 70 and a half said, we'll use your mom and dad or any baby boomer for that reason. So they saved money in their 401k, never touched it. They get to Social Security, they live off of that. Never touch their 401k. When they get to 70 and a half, you have to start drawing money out or you pay a penalty. It's called required minimum distribution.
Okay.
It's been around forever. Well, that 70 and a half went to 72 a year or two ago. Now they just passed some new rules that's going to 73, then 74, then 75. So they've bumped it up as people are living longer to force people to have to spend it. Why does the government want that? Because they want their taxes. If you've got $1 million in your IRA account, they haven't received any taxes on it yet. So they're going to force you to start taking money out at a certain percentage, at a certain age, and now those age bands are moving. It's going to move up to 75 in a couple of years here. And if you don't do it, Matt, the penalty is 50%. So if you need to take $50,000 out of your account this year and you don't do it, you owe the government $25,000 in penalties. It's a 50% penalty. So you're going to take it. So, most advisors like our firm, we help our clients do those distributions, but it's a lot of bookworking that we got to keep track of to make sure that our clients are pulling their RMDs out of their accounts so they don't get in a situation where they got the penalty.
Where they got a 50%
Yeah,
hit.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so if all of this is a little overwhelming, that's really what you get to do. Sit down, sit with people, and then say, here's what the rules are, and in particular, here's how they've changed in the last little bit. That's really the beauty of working with somebody like you, because I don't follow that.
No, you wouldn't.
Any of my friends, why would we care? Until you're actually in it, and then all of a sudden, all these rules make a really big difference on your.
And then when you're in it, it's like, which account do you pull it from? Because you don't have to, if you have 10 different IRAs, you don't have to take 10 distributions. You can take it all out of one. Yeah. So now you got to determine which one to take it out of and how's the market performance and everything else that's going on. So there's a lot of complexity built around it. I told my team, I'm like, well, the government wants to keep us in business by continuing to create all these rules and ages and things that you just got to study in order to take care of things. So yeah, we're there to help, and most advisors are. So,
I like it. All right. Well, if you have any other questions, feel free to give iWealth a quick call. They'll sit with you face to face and find out a little bit more about your situation and in particular how you can have a little help with them.
You bet.
We'll see you back here next time.
Thanks, Matt.